Okay, morning traders. Happy Monday. You guys should all be able to hear and see me all good. I've had some shorts this morning on the DAX, so that worked out really, really nicely. I shorted up off this pullback to the highs. Yeah, this is a 50-minute time frame, so I got short of here with the stop loss at the highs, and it ran down to pre-market lows. That was pretty nice. Markets are selling off. Yeah, we can see all major indexes all down across the board. Bitcoin's still trying to hold up though. Gold is up 2% and oil's up almost 8%. It was almost up 10% at one point. We've got a few things that we can obviously chat about in terms of the edgeful data. André is going to be live here in a bit, so that will be all good. And then let's see if we can catch any trades heading into the open. Say what's up in the chat, and we'll go from there. Perfect. Cool. So a few things that I normally do like to wait and see is before the open, the screener, obviously 30 minutes, an hour into the open, I like to see what we do get. But I'm pretty sure that everything is could be selling off quite heavily today. What's up, André?
What's up, bro? How's my audio?
Yeah, sounds good. First take.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, and the video
recording is good.
All good, bro. All Perfect. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I already had some shorts this morning on the DAX, so that worked out quite nicely. Yeah, but looks like Nasdaq's already trading 1.5% lower, bro. So things could get pretty ugly, yeah.
Dude, a Monday bearish, huh?
Yeah. I would be surprised if we do rally here, but obviously anything can happen. What's your take on the market this morning?
Well, I think there are some other factors that we need to be looking at, like geopolitical, that whole action with Dubai, Iran, Bahrain, whatever else. I'm not going to get political right now, but it's just something to consider that there are other things that are coming into play here for the markets today. So be careful, because there are definitely other catalysts, and you don't want to be caught in a headline that's going to like take you out or whatever else. Like that's unfortunate. So
no, exactly. What's up? What's up, French?
What's up?
Yeah, we obviously got 8 minutes, 9 minutes now until the open. So that's I think my plan, since already being green on the day so far, up $600, is to just see where we head into the open, really.
Bro, you had a crazy month. Last month, 100% day win rate. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I know it is pretty crazy, actually. I mean, I haven't. I've just been trading really one of my accounts because I was away almost the whole of February. So I'm just easing back into this month as well before I start to scale up for sure.
Yeah. Also, rapid eye movement. I saw your tweet, obviously. We got some power users that are hitting the limits of edgeful AI. So we, just for a little bit of context on that, on this comment here, we increased, I think we actually 3x'd the limit on the AI usage. So you should be good. If you have a problem, again, we're gonna have to figure something else out, because we did 3x the limits now. So hopefully you don't have an issue, but if you do, we'll have to revisit.
Let's get your screen up and see what you're looking at as well, André. But I mean, things aren't looking
too. Give me like.
Yeah, you're good.
1 minute.
I mean, I don't see one stock that's really green across. The only stocks on the wider watch list here is Palantir is up pre-market, but obviously they're defense stock, so they make sense. But everything else red, yeah. I mean, pretty red across the board. Netflix down. Netflix was actually up 13% to end Friday.
Yeah, because of that deal, because of the Warner Brothers deal, or the Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they canceled out of it for sure. Yeah, so we got 6 minutes here until the open.
Sorry, I'm just answering a couple messages. 1 sec.
Agreed. Some of the guys are just saying in our chat that things could change very, very quickly. Yeah. So my daily game plan is just to be a bit more cautious this morning. With everything selling off overnight. The VIX is up now above 22. So VIX higher, obviously more volatility in the markets. And we haven't seen these levels since November. Remember that very, very big day in November last year. What is edgeful? Edgeful is a data company that helps you make better trading decisions in easy essence. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah. I'll go into it a little bit more in just a second. I just have to answer these messages, and I will go into that in just a second.
Yep. Yeah, good to have everyone on here this morning. But yeah, ES trading, the gap fill on ES will be pretty big. Gap fill back on ES will be, geez. Yep. We'll wait for it to open up and then we'll get it up. But I think it will be at around like 75, somewhere around there, 875. It's quite a big gap down. And again, I've already traded short on the DAX this morning, so hopefully we can get some continuation follow through on these US markets. But if US markets start to rally, that could be very, very interesting. Just from a larger time frame perspective as well, ES has been respecting the support zone here at about like 750, the 770, the last, from even December into Feb. But the 200-day moving average is still quite some distance away, 200 points away back down there. So, yeah, previous week's lows, we are trading underneath previous week's lows as well on ES2. Previous week's lows is this red line coming across my screen. You can get all the indicators on the bottom left-hand side here with the edgeful membership, right? So that's also something to be on the lookout for.
Everybody, look at this comment. Watched all of your videos. I know there are a lot of videos. I'm the one who makes them. I don't make them for fun. I make them because they're important. And you don't have to watch all of them in one sitting, but over the course of a week or 2 weeks, it would be extremely beneficial to all of you guys who have a sub, who are thinking about subscribing, to watch the videos. Trust me, I don't make them for fun. What I like to do for fun is these streams. I like to build the product. I like to create ideas. I like to think about marketing. I do not make videos of how to use edgeful for fun. And there are a lot, but they're important. That's why I make them. So I'm very happy that you did watch them. I think it gives you a pretty good foundation. If you have any feedback on how the videos are or how they're structured or how they're laid out, I'm obviously more than happy to improve them. Even the ones now are a lot better than the ones from last year. But yeah, I want to make it as easy as possible for you guys to understand the platform, how to use it, how to apply it, because I know that there's a lot of information on there, like on edgeful. And it's important for me or for the team to give you like a guide on exactly where you should go, how to use it, and everything else. So I'm very happy about that you've watched all the videos. It's great.
Yeah. I think you should watch all the videos, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to watch every single one, but like at least the ones on the Get Started page are pretty important.
Sure. From my experience, going through the reports and check on the charts much more effective than watching the videos implies more implicit. Yeah, obviously learning in real time.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably do streams.
Yeah, definitely going through the reports and checking the charts, 100%. People have different ways of learning. I think that whatever the best way for you is, some people like to read, like documents, like whatever. I'm not one of those people. I want to be able to look at the report. I want to watch a video and I want to see it on my chart. That's for me. But other people want like documentation. They want to be able to like search for something or whatever else. I'm not one of those people, but yeah, everyone has a different learning style. That's why we try to have all the explainer text down here. We have the video down here. We have everything. We try to have, we have the streams. We try to accommodate everyone. So there's that. But yeah, I'm not even sharing my screen. I'm saying down here. Hold on one sec.
Let's get your stream. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so what I was saying was the report page. I'll make this bigger. The report page here, right? I'll actually close that. Obviously the data is up top, but as you scroll down, we always have the video. Every single report has a video. We have 150 reports. Every single one of them has a video. Every single one has explainer text. So if you prefer to read, if you want to just skim it, here you go. You go here. Some of them have a explainer graphic, and some of them don't, to be honest. It is a monumental amount of effort to make these, so not all of them have them. But yeah, it's actually like way more complicated to make these than you'd think, because they're pretty nuanced. Like, it's not a template that you can just copy paste. So there's that. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to be waiting. So over here, I have NQ to the left. I have ES to the right. And for anyone who's been watching, we have these levels on ES and NQ. This is the ultimate reversal setup indicator right over here. And the red lines are previous day's high and low. The blue line is the gap fill, and the yellow line is the midnight open. So I'll actually turn on the labels. Previous day high, previous day low. And to be clear, what you're going to see here is that these are not What you're going to see here is that these are not daily levels. These are only for the New York session. This is how and there is that market open, by the way. This is only for the daily session. Or sorry, this is only for the New York session. So we're not going to be taking highs and lows outside of that. It's only for the New York session. That's almost universally how the reports work. So just wanted to make that clear. If we go to our grid here, we have gaps down across the board for the major market movers: Tesla, Apple, Meta, NVDA, all of them gaps down. Yeah, everything is pretty much red today. I mean, I would be pretty surprised, to be honest, if we do get a full retracement. I mean, we are getting a strong push right now. James, what do you need to be long buys today to like go for these levels here? Well,
we'll have to be careful also, as you said, for, you know, like breaking news tweets, and I think that would definitely be on the cards today.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, getting a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, what a candle on NQ right now. 5-minute candle, 150 points. Hopefully today's not one of those days, but we'll have to see. That midnight price right now, that yellow line, is very close on ES and NQ, previous day's low. So this is the outside days report. The previous day low, price for tracing back to the previous day's low here. So I'll open up my what's in play. And what we have is green and red days by weekday on ES. 72% of all Mondays in the last 6 months have been green. That's a long bias. We're about to, we just hit midnight open. We just hit, wow. Let me just drop down here. What just happened?
Yeah, we're still, yes, picking up, but we still are trading lower than pre-market and underneath previous day's lows. From extended market hours, and even New York.
Hold on 1 second. I'm pulling up your screen. I need to reload my trading view.
Yeah, you're good. There you go. So we can see we're still underneath previous day's lows, which is this white dot line coming across my screen. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a full reversal, that's for sure. NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ printing a pretty big bar here.
Yeah.
Yeah, some stocks turning green here. NVDA and Microsoft.
Yeah, dude, all right. 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, this open here at the moment, it's a 180-point bar on the NASDAQ to the high side. You can see NVIDIA actually flipping green here, erasing the overnight drop. Just be careful, guys. This could be very, very volatile today.
So
let's go back. Yeah.
This is actually hilarious. I mean, not much to do here. You can't, I mean, if you're buying it, I mean, not sarcastically, good luck, but I'm not buying it. It could just continue to rip. Good question. Do we use 15-minute for opening range or 5-minute? It depends. If we're going, for me personally, if we're going based off of levels, I will use the 15-minute orb. But the 5-minute, I know a lot of people use it. I personally don't really use it for my discretionary trading. And Anthony, videos are excellent. Trading academy for anyone who wants to improve their edge in the market. Thank you. Yeah, we're just trying to help out traders. You know, there's a ton of free education on the YouTube, all data related. We obviously have the live streams every single weekday on YouTube, Twitter, literally everywhere. We want to make sure that we're giving as much value as possible. We also have a completely free newsletter that covers the, if you go to edgeful.com/blog, I'm going to put this in here. And if you guys want to go to that, it is a completely free newsletter that goes out every Saturday. You can read some of the newsletters there. You don't have to have an Edgeful subscription. You don't have to do anything. Like, it's no account creation required. You can just go and sign up to the newsletter. We cover the reports, how to use them. You can quickly like scan through some of the existing ones if you just scroll down on that page. But yeah, this is highly recommend, because we talk about the reports a lot in those. They're called Stay Sharps, the weekly newsletter. Dude, are we going to close our eyes and buy? What's going on?
Yeah, not right now, jeez, but we are moving up quite heavily. NVIDIA is now up 1.4%.
Yeah, what are we doing here, guys? What is happening right now?
Tesla also rebounding off the lows.
Apple's the only one that's kind of lagging here.
Yeah, Apple, Google, Amazon, all down. Tesla's also down.
Dude, what is happening? Yeah. 280 points in the first 7 minutes, straight up.
Jeez. We've almost erased all of the. We almost going to fill this gap fill on NQ.
Yep.
Yeah, the gap fill on NQ is at basically 25K, 998.
Yeah. Dude, this guy's using the indicator now.
No, got it. Jeez. I mean, even the DAX, like, that's not the session's kind of not even. We've just had a 90-point move on the DAX as well. That I was shorting at this morning. So
I don't even know, honestly. I mean, like, is it?
No, it opens in. It's a euro.
Is this the buy? Is this a buy the pullbacks day?
It could be.
PMI at 945, by the way.
Yeah.
ISM at 10. Has anyone been
I'm
in
going
a
to hold
trade?
off, at least for now. We normally don't take trades in the first 15 minutes. So I just want to get more information, see what the market wants to do.
Yeah, by the way, guys, we do have, and obviously this is part of the edgeful plan, but we do have the orb indicator that will plot the, I'll show you guys now, but I'll make it really big just so you guys can see it.
We also have NFP on Friday, by the way.
Yeah. So we do have this orb indicator. Orb is currently forming, currently 280 points, 1.1%. And then once the orb forms, you'll get all these filled out. So I'm going to take these off because I don't like to have them, but I'm going to take off the state, there we go. But I do recommend to use this indicator, guys, because there's a lot that's baked into it. So it's not just the regular orb high and low. You get the midpoints, right? You get to break the, I'll hide this quick. But you can break the orb into 4 sections or whatever you want. You can actually customize it. But you can see here's my midpoint. Here's the like 75% of the orb. Here's the 25% of the orb. So you have these retracement levels. You have extensions of a percentage move up and down. So you can also see what's 0.5% higher. This is from the by performance report. I personally don't use these ones, but I do use the by levels down here. So you can do each of these different extensions. These are a percentage of the orb size. They will only appear after the orb is formed, obviously, because if not, they'll just be moving around a lot. But you'll see what these look like in 5 minutes. That's when the orb is going to form. And then we have the dashboard. That's this thing right over here. Gives you the key information, so you don't have to measure the orb anymore. It's really important. Honestly, as crazy as this sounds, the shorts do look really nice right now. But you got to be really clean with your entries here. This would be a very dangerous, high-risk short, but I need to wait for the orb to form just to get a little bit more information. But yeah, then you can also change what appears in this dashboard. Personally, I like to have just the size in points and in percentage. Usually the percentage is the one that like flags me the most, because any orb above really 0.5% or maybe like 0.6% is bigger than normal in the way that you can go see that is if you go to the orb by size, you can see here in the last 6 months on NQ, if I go here, you can see all of these are the orbs, and then like it quickly goes from 1%, which today's going to be the second biggest orb so far of any orb on NQ in the last 6 months. So that's meaningful for me to be like, today's an outlier day already. But as you scroll down, you can see the majority of these are going to be less than like 0.6%. So if we start even at 0.6 and we scroll down, you can see this is like the majority of them. You can also ask edgeful AI. So let's go to edgeful AI. It's right over here in your sidebar. I'm going to go to analyze reports. I'm going to go to orb. I'm going to do that. I'm looking at NQ. I'm looking at a 15-minute orb. I'm going to click analyze. Now all my data is going to be here. I'm going to ask, what is the average orb size? All right. Bro, are the shorts kind of crazy right now or what?
Yes, I wouldn't like to shorten. This is big bars up. Yeah. But I see what you're looking at. Just
No, I need to wait for the orb because we also have data today. So that's another really important piece. But NQ structurally is weaker here.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're still trading underneath. We're coming off that pre-market highs, actually.
Dude, is it crazy? So we have data in 1 minute now. Okay, so I just asked edgeful AI, what is the average orb size? It gave me this like really long answer that I didn't really want. But I just said, give me a simple answer in points and percentage. On NQ, 117 points or 0.47, roughly 0.5% is the average orb size here. So we're well above the average. Obviously, we are more than double the average right now.
Yeah.
And that means immediately I need to be a little bit more careful. I need to stand back a little bit more because if the average orb size is 0.5%, call it, and today is double that, that means that something is different today from normal. So I want to be a little bit aware of that. Does that mean that I can, is there a better opportunity? Maybe. Is there a worse opportunity? Maybe. So I want to wait to see how this price action plays out. But
will your algo go off with the size? Probably not, eh?
No, not mine.
I don't think mine will either. I doubt it.
Over 1%? No. Because the risk is way too big then.
Yeah. Well, not for me, but yes.
Yeah, because of your CFDs. Let's switch over to, so NVIDIA filled the gap, Meta filled the gap, Apple is going for it, Google's quite far off, Tesla's far off, but we got data that came out. Not much of a reaction here from that.
Well, we're taking the highs here on ES. Wow. As I said, on the daily time frame, we have seen, let me just show my screen again, like on ES, look how we have been respecting this level for quite some time. You know, this kind of like support level down at the lows here. All the way back from
Give me 1 second.
From December even. So yeah, not a surprise. This yes, starting to rally off of that level as well. See why I'm also with a very, very strong first 15 minutes. Why I'm actually picking up very, Wime's Wime's opening range is over 200 points. I would like to see maybe if you do get longs like something like this where we pull back and then we get long like that.
Are you pulling up your screen?
Yeah, my screen's on.
Okay, perfect. I just need to answer this one message and I will.
So still inside the range on NQ. Giveaways. We will probably be doing some giveaways soon in the future. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. So Nasdaq's inside the range here. As I said, I like to look at my edgeful screen after at least the first hour. We've had obviously the first 15, 17 minutes right now. This needs to develop, and then we can look to see what the data is actually printing. So I'm still flat, right?
Yeah, me too.
I'm still flat. Yeah. Well, I'm very, very strong here at the moment. Coming back inside last week's range. Anyone catching of those longs would be interesting to see. Yeah, so DAX, I shorted the DAX up here this morning, off the pullback at these highs like that. Just another lower high, and I ended up getting back out at low of day. But we are, again, on the DAX as well, coming off of those lows at the moment. So indexes are picking up here. ES actually breaking through the opening range high right now. Yeah, or VWAP. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, I normally don't trade the first 50 minutes of the open unless I'm really scalping for something, and I'll be in and out quite aggressively. I've very rarely found that the first move is like the move of the whole day.
Sorry, one sec.
Yeah, all good. So something interesting, if we go over here as well on the reports here, a lot of the, let's go green and red days by weekday. Green and red days by weekday. A lot of the times, Mondays are actually very bullish in the last 6 months. Just in the New York session, 72% of the time. So that's obviously something to keep in mind. That's what André and I always speak about. The Mondays love to be bullish on the indexes. Nasdaq now also taking out those orb highs. The 50-minute, let's go down to a 5 as well. Yeah, so we've actually had a 5-minute closure above that orb high, but my algo didn't go off. So
no, the orb is way too big.
Yeah. Yeah, the orb today literally is 275 points, over 1%.
Dude, it's hard to believe, to be honest. No, we don't have any. I see a comment here. You guys don't have any data for dollar index? No, we do not.
Yeah, the Dixie.
The thing is, like, you don't want to. This is a really tough position to be in right now because you don't want to.
There you go.
You don't want to be like buying up here, but you also don't want to be the one that's going to try to pick the top because that's not great either. But I mean, I don't hate a scalp short, to be honest, but I'm just not gonna take it right now because you know what's interesting actually. I think this 24,900 was a pretty significant area the other day.
On NQ, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty significant area the last few days.
Yeah, it's coming back inside the range, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit more wary here for sure.
Dude, who's your favorite F1 driver? You see the comment?
Let's have a look there. What's your favorite F1 driver? Well, we know yours, but yes.
Who's yours?
Dude, I actually don't. I don't actually have a favorite. I would say I obviously like George Russell. I like Mercedes, so I'm gonna have to say him.
God, dude, I literally don't know anyone that likes George Russell. Also, I just want to say that I did like the shorts here for a scalp.
Off the highs.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite driver is Verstappen, obviously. Exactly. I hope that guy can absolutely demolish everyone this year and run it back to what 2023 was. And I would actually love to see a battle between George and Max. I would love to see that, like the mind games. I think George is definitely top talent, like incredible. But I would love to see him in a championship fight, because I will say that Norris, in my opinion, did not deserve that championship last year, in my opinion. I know that'll probably upset a lot of people, but as a Max fan, I think that Max did deserve that championship. And if Kimi Antonelli didn't accidentally let Lando by in the second to last race, Max would have won, because it would have been tied on points and Max had more wins, which means Max would have won the championship.
I'd stopped watching F1 properly after the fraud of the 2021 season.
Oh, sorry. Did you mean what was that when what's his name crashed into the wall?
Yes.
And Hamilton won the championship that he should not have won. So he actually is a 7-time champion, not an 8-time champion. And I do love Alonso. I love Alonso. I would love to see him. I would sacrifice Max's year this year for Alonso to win another championship. Personally, I love Alonso.
It's amazing how those guys are like in their 40s and still performing at such a high level.
Dude, you know why? Because he doesn't have kids.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I think he actually is just having a kid now, but probably honestly.
Oh wow. Yeah, but
I think he's just.
I mean, when you are at that level, you can't. It takes all of your life, bro. Really.
Yeah, dude. But Alonso's a legend. God, I love that guy. And yeah, I was also Team Piastri. When Piastri was up front, I was Team Piastri all day, but I think Max deserved it. I do not think that Norris deserved to win that. But I mean, whatever. I think that team orders, there was a lot of team orders that were only in Lando's favor and never in Oscar's favor. But yeah. James, do you watch Drive to Survive?
I do, yeah. I haven't watched the latest one though.
Dude, I hate that it's like.
I love the Holland guys in the chat. Everyone knows he's the best. Well, technically he's not, because he didn't win last season.
He is the best. Well, I mean, you could say that about what's his name, Hamilton and Nico. Hamilton lost to Nico.
Yes, once.
In equal machinery. No, Max has demolished every single one of his teammates.
Yeah, but he's got clowns that he's racing against.
Dude, put anyone in the second seat. Put Alonso in the second seat, and Max will still win. There's nobody in the same car can outperform Max today. Do you think so? You think George Russell can outperform Max in the same car?
No, George can't.
Who else do you think can? Lewis?
Lando Norris.
No way. Actually? Actually?
No, I'm rage baiting. Don't
Oh, good. Yeah, I just relating back to the charts for a second.
Yeah, we are coming.
I think that this is not like anything really monumental here, but these are some areas of interest. In order for me to go short now, I would need one of these. I would need something like this for the shorts. But I think that if we keep bouncing off of this 820 area, might be good for the longs. The only thing that I don't like is the more times you bounce off of the same area is like, okay, buyers like, come on, let's push it up already. So still waiting. We do have data in 3 minutes.
Yep.
So
yeah. I mean, it will be interesting to see what we do here. This is definitely the key point where we're sitting at right now. We're sitting at pre-market highs on the NASDAQ as well as on ES2. So
yeah.
Dude, the amount of documents I have to do for my flipping USA visa, bro. Jeez.
Dude, that's crazy.
You know that, how's this? Because I'm flying to London and then London to the States, I have to get an in-transit visa because I'm stopping off in London. I'm not even getting out the airport.
What? You have to get a UK visa?
Yep. It's called an in-transit visa just because I'm stopping there.
Why?
Because the UK.
So they know that you're there?
Yeah, just so they can collect bucks from people that travel through, probably. I'm not even stepping foot out the airport, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't. If you don't go through customs into that country, you shouldn't have to do that.
I agree.
If you go through customs, okay, that's a different story. Like if you leave the airport,
Yeah,
that's a different story. But if you don't go through customs, like it's kind of insane.
Yeah. So NQ ES holding up here above the highs. So it was a red folder now, right? Yes.
Right now, yeah. I mean, if we can get a flush back to this little zone right here, 820-ish, and it holds, look for the long. Yeah, look for the longs. That would be pretty solid. I'm paying attention here, just so you guys know. I don't really, I kind of want to try it.
Long.
Yeah, but I need to check what happened with the data.
It came out. Yeah, it came out better than forecast.
Okay.
PMR. Forecast of 51.7 came out at 51.
Wow, completely retraced that move. Damn.
NQ's still inside the range right now where we're trading at the moment. But
yeah, but that's already like 50 points.
Yeah, well, that's a 60.1 minute bar, bro. I mean,
should have taken it. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was super quick. What's ES doing? Yeah, ES now breaking a new half day.
Wow, that's not good. Those longs were phenomenal.
Yeah, YM also new half day. Wow. Stocks aren't really, though. I mean, they're just taking the overnight losses away. They're regaining the overnight gaps, but they're not really pumping or doing much, like Tesla trying to get back.
Oh, dude, I'm so annoyed, honestly. Oh, dude, I should have taken it. Should have just taken it.
Oh, YM pumping. Look at YM, bro. Look at this. YM pumping. Could fill that gap, actually. NQ is a little bit more bearish here, though, like compared to ES.
Yeah, it's weaker for sure. It's weaker for sure. Yeah. It's just the area for the entry I thought was a little bit better, but ES is well into high of day. NQ just made a new high of day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's unfortunate, honestly. That was off of 820.
Yeah, I think that's more like your type of trade.
Yeah, that is exactly my type of trade. That was a 60-ish, 70-point move right there that I didn't take. Oh, God.
You'd have to be quick with that, though, bro. I mean, the one, it literally puts you up green in the first minute.
Yeah, but that's sometimes you got. I mean, that's what I was saying. I was paying attention. Like, you got to be quick sometimes. Like, the market.
No, sure.
The market doesn't wait for you.
No, obviously. It doesn't.
I'm going to get another coffee. So.
Sure. Yeah, let me get my screen up here. So I'm still watching this NQ at now at opening range high. Yeah, it's still interesting to see what we do. We are, as you can see here, at these pre-market highs here on NQ, which is up here at 24,890. So going to be interesting to see what we do get there. But yeah, for now, nothing much. You'd have to be quick with that 1 minute scalp there that André talking about. I mean, you literally come off of the VWAP. I love using the orb with VWAP and edgeful data. We come off that quite aggressively very, very quickly. Is it not worth targeting sub 25 level? Yeah, you could. As I said, I think we are just at the highs at the moment, those pre-market highs, same as on ES. ES actually kind of taking it through at the moment. The pre-market highs were here at 855. Coming back into last week's range. Last week's range was down here. A red line coming across the screen. Previous week's lows. NVDA starting to get green on Microsoft as well. Definitely have a level back up there at 6,900. Yeah, we're starting to move now on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ taking out new highs now as well. All tech stock is barcoding. Yeah. Yeah, so if you are targeting, I think definitely back up towards 6,900 would be a nice play on ES. Yeah, you're looking very, very strong. Yeah, what's NVDA doing? Yeah, NVDA trying to take the orb highs as well.
Dude, what a long entry that I missed. Can't believe it.
Yeah, that was nice. That was more your type of play, I would say, for sure.
God, I just can't. Yeah, there's not much in play right now. ES gap fill 67% on Mondays. That would be targeting the 6,888 level. So not a terrible target right now. I mean, it's not great, but with this momentum, like if you're in a long, you're holding runners, you're a very good target, which is pretty far away from right here, to be honest, is right here at the 888 level for the gap fill based on the what's in play here. And then we're going to get a lot more after it forms, after the 1030 IB forms.
Not the first hour, yeah.
See, the thing is now I would like to try to take longs off of the orb high, but it's just not the same, right? The quality of the setup is not the same because where do you put your stop? And like,
sure,
that's an issue for me. So
yeah. You could definitely still see some form of resistance here at these levels. So
let's look at some of these other names. NVDA absolutely ripping right now.
Bitcoin's up 3%.
So I was actually looking into this Bitcoin Jane Street thing. Did you see that story?
I did see that story on Twitter.
Dude, that's crazy. I was just watching a YouTube video about it. There's this guy, which I actually...
Was it something along the lines they were buying the actual physical Bitcoin and then dumping it and selling options?
No, so they are like one of the 10 people in the world that have access to the BlackRock Bitcoin, to be able to like play with all of the Bitcoin inside of it.
Sure.
So the way that it works apparently is the way that the ETFs work is that when you buy any Bitcoin ETF, you're buying a share of the pool of Bitcoin. So someone has to own the pool of Bitcoin, and like they're one of the people that can like interfere with that pretty much. So the way that it works is like they're technically not a hedge fund, they're technically a quant trading firm. So they technically on paper own like $800 million, some like ridiculous position size of Bitcoin, because they are one of the people who are contributing to that pool for the IBIT BlackRock ETF.
Sure.
The only thing is that as that quant trading firm, like technically in the US, you don't have to disclose futures, options, or swap positions. So on paper, it looks like they're extremely long Bitcoin. But if they're short, call it $1 billion of puts or whatever, right? Like Bitcoin futures, they actually have a net negative exposure to Bitcoin. They want price to go down. So what they were doing like every day at 10 a.m., which apparently is a low volume, which is like whatever, some like low liquidity area on whatever, or time on whatever exchange they were selling and buying on, they would pretty much dump a bunch of Bitcoin, create liquidations, which would cause more selling. So like every day, apparently at 10 a.m., there would be some sort of like flush down, create liquidations, and then they would realize a short and then enter long and then do it the next day again. So they would literally like move it down 5%, buy it, let it run up for the rest of the day, smash it down 5% again. Like they just kept doing it over and over again. And obviously this is all like, it's not confirmed. It's like all like allegedly.
Yeah.
But since the lawsuit came out, like that pattern on Bitcoin has apparently stopped. I haven't looked into it at all, but like I'm just repeating what I heard in the video. I haven't looked into it. So it's interesting to say the least, but
yeah, I mean, it's obvious they've been manipulating it.
Yeah, apparently the Indian stock exchange has banned them. The Chinese stock exchange, they were allegedly manipulating the Chinese silver prices, whatever else. I don't know. But interesting times.
Oh yeah. Jeez, Wime is trading above its opening range high. 250 points. So while I'm definitely leading here at the moment.
Oh, dude, I'm so annoyed about this entry that I missed.
Yeah, here comes NASDAQ now. NASDAQ looks like they want to take off here as well. Yes. Yeah. Yes, almost full. I think yes has actually filled its gap, bro.
No, not yet.
Let's have a look.
This is why you use the indicators, guys.
Yeah,
no,
not yet.
No guessing.
Yeah, not yet. 888. So it was 11 points away.
So there's a comment here. Just subscribed. If the what's in play showing overall daily bullish, would you be trying to avoid the shorts? That is exact. So there's really two pieces. The answer is yes. So there's another comment about the orb algo. The orb size was way too big today for my algo to go off, just so you guys know. So that's why my algo did not go off. But it was the orb size is over 1%. There's only been 2 days. This would be the second biggest, or there's only been 2 days in the last 6 months where the orb is over 1%. So that's why my orb algo did not trigger today. But the point of the what's in play is to show you what setups are forming right now that are worth looking at and not worth looking at. So if we decrease our data filter here to 0, what you're going to see is that there is a lot of stuff that's in play, but not worth looking at. These are not A+ setups. These are like C-, potentially even D setups.
Yeah.
And what I like to do is if you just go to your template section on the top left, you click most popular ES/NQ, you're going to get exactly what I have up on my screen here. You're looking at ES/NQ, 14 of the most popular reports, automatically filtering the data for 65% and higher. So the point is, if these, right now there are 2 reports in play, there will be more in 14 minutes, but if these are long bias, right? And if you go to the screener in 14 minutes, you're going to see that there is a lot more that's long bias as well in the next however long. That's your signal to say, I don't want to be the one to pick the top, right? You do not want to be the one that's going short here and going short here and going short here and going short here, because you're going against what the data is saying, right? And you can see the more things you select in here, the bias is going to change. So right now, based on what I have selected, my bias is obviously very bullish. Now, granted, I only have 3 things in here, but the point of the what's in play is something you should have up on your screens at all times to understand what are my setups that are in play and what's no longer in play, right? So the outside days, if I go to the completed section here, where is it? The outside days is actually not, this is why you don't have to, here's another thing. You don't have to memorize the data. This is super important. I don't memorize the data. You can't, because obviously it changes it all the time. But the outside days, which I thought was actually a little bit higher, formed today. Price comes up to touch the previous day's low. That's not in play anymore. It's not something that you can target, obviously, considering the fact that it already touched. But there's no way for you to know that unless you had something to tell you that, or if you're going to remember, okay, outside days is this is the data on it, it already played out, I need to like mentally bucket that somewhere else. The point of the what's in play is that you only want to focus what's right in here in the what's in play. If there's nothing in here, like right now, pretty much, that means no trade. For me, at least, it means no trade. Like right now, there's nothing really in here. I did want to take the longs because this is very bullish, but there's no like active setups. If I'm going to use my discretion to take a trade, which was the long that I was trying to take here, that's a different story. But there's no specific setup besides the ES gap fill by weekday, which is right over here. It's going to be targeting this 888 level. There's nothing in here. So that's kind of the way that you want to use the what's in play also. So the last thing I'll say about this is if you open up your sidebar here, up top on the top right, you're going to see how to use the what's in play. This is a full breakdown of exactly how to use it. I highly recommend watching this video here because it's only 4 minutes. So watch it, play it on 2x speed. But I do recommend obviously watching that because it'll give you a full breakdown. Now, I'm curious to see how this reacts off of the orb high.
Yeah. Orb high or RB high?
Orb high. The 15-minute
Are you
orb
seeing
high.
if it comes back down?
Yeah, bro. Like if it comes back
Yeah.
to this area here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that the stop is going to be like very finicky because it's just, there's no, I mean, in my opinion, there's not really a solid enough structure here. So if it falls below the orb, like it could just free fall down into the stop. So I don't usually like to have random stops, but this, depending on how it starts to play out here, like this is not terrible. Maybe I mean, like, even on ES, it's not that great because ES is so much further from the orb that.
Yeah. Yeah. ES is still like 20 points from the orb at the moment. Orb high.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm still flat. I'm still flat. I could definitely see us still rotating back down off this level, Andre. I'm not too, yeah. NVIDIA is up 2%. If you were to trade pre-market, what data would you use to subscribe to member as a trade pre-market? I didn't understand how to use edgeful and really like to come back. That's a good question. So pre-market data, how could you use the data to trade pre-market?
So it depends really like what, so if you're talking about like pre-market, like the overnight session or the London session, there's a lot that goes into, there's a lot of factors that go into that question. But are you willing to, I can't answer that question without some more information. So are you trading Asia? Are you trading London? Are you trading Globex? Or are you trying to like set up your day, your New York session in pre-market? So Raphael, that is a question for you. Also, okay, so we are getting some, give me 1 second, because I am, see, like now I'm looking at this trade and I know subconsciously I want to take this trade because I missed my other entry. And this is not nearly as high quality of a setup as the other one was, obviously, because there is this free fall area that I'm not interested in. But I think NQ looks like it wants to kind of roll here. Do you think, James?
Yeah, I'm wary of it coming back down here, bro, on the indexes. As I said, like we could easily start to, you can hear me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could easily, this could be the pull, the move back higher, and then we just rotate off of those pre-market highs. That's what I'm wary of personally. We still are negative on the day too, so it's not like we've erased the whole overnight move either.
I don't know, man. A scalp short here?
Yeah, I don't hate that. Hey, look how we're respecting the orb high now, though. Yeah.
Dude, what is happening right now? Wow, that long that I was talking about before, it's pretty awesome. And now I'm flip-flopping. This is like telltale for me. That is not that is going to not work out well for my trading today. I mean, the risk reward on these shorts is way better now, but everything is pointing to the long side. Yeah, I don't want to get run over here, but I don't know.
Yeah, this
is not great, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't like buying over here either because it's near the highs.
Very good. Took the long in and out. That's awesome. So another question here about the longs. So the idea for the previous long that I had missed, there's a question here about the long that I was talking about before. You guys can rewind to whatever timestamp this is, 10 a.m., where I was talking about the longs here. So area of interest, there's a little consolidation here, another consolidation, a break, and then a pullback into this area. What's nice about this is that there was a clear area for me in my stop. So there's a question specifically about like how would you structure your stop loss? This to me was a good area of consolidation. It's a solid size as well. So this was like a 30-point range. And we also have previous day's low here, which is a key level. So having some sort of stop. Now, I don't think a 15-point stop is a good idea. That's why I would have left probably a little bit more below the previous day's low, targeting whatever I had. I'm 99% sure I was targeting the orb high at this point, or maybe high of day, but I'm pretty sure it was orb high off of the 820 area, which was right here. And it's roughly a 50-point stop, a 48-point stop, which for me is like really the top end of like what I want to have. Like I'm not a big fan of like 60, 70-point stops because at that point, like I would just prefer a little bit of a better entry, like a better price. But if you rewind, so if you just rewind to this 10 a.m. Slot, whatever, whenever you see the bottom or whatever, just look at the time on my computer here. Whatever it was at 10 a.m. here, just rewind to this point and you'll see how I was thinking about it. And yeah, the risk was a little bit nicer because there was previous day's low, there was this consolidation. And on ES, even though ES is stronger, which I normally would always take the stronger index long and the weaker index short.
Yeah,
the risk is all out of whack here because the structure is a lot different. So at that 10 a.m. slot, like I'm not leaving a stop to the previous day's low that would, I was more expecting it to bounce off of this level. So if anything, I would have preferred if it pulled back a little bit more where I can do something like this.
Yeah.
But this, I wanted this one because the structure was a lot cleaner here. Wow,
yeah, you can see
is a little bit relatively, at least in like the last 10 minutes, ES is a little bit weaker.
Yeah, we can see NASDAQ now trying to come back inside the orb, as you said. I don't like the longs here, bro, personally. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes until the IB. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if we get a pullback to this area here. I'm just a little bit like weary about taking this trade right now because I know that I'm subconsciously like really annoyed about this other trade that I missed. But
yeah, well, 2 more minutes until the IB sets.
Well, I mean, the IB is like practically set here. The IB is going to say that we should go long, and like
yeah.
The opening candle is going to say long. The IB buy rejection says long, but I think that we just need a little bit of a pullback first. But the thing is, I mean,
why I'm starting to top out here too.
Yeah, I don't know.
It will be an interesting one, bro, because we haven't really filled the gap either. You know, that normally is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Gap down on Monday is strong.
Yeah. You don't like the short? Yeah.
No, I do like the shorts, to be honest. I like the shorts up here when I said the risk reward was a lot better, but I know that I'm like a little tilted right now.
Sure.
Like I know that I'm not thrilled with the initial execution of missing this entry. And that is where I want to be careful.
Yeah.
Like I'm really dying to take this trade right now, and I'm not doing it. Oh no.
What?
It says apparently Trump speaks at 11.
Okay. Wow.
There's a 0% chance I'm trading if I the moment that he starts talking, I'm done. Log out, close your computer, do whatever. Jeez. You don't want to try to predict the moves.
Where did you get that information from?
I mean, I don't know. There's a comment here. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if he does speak, but you do not want to trade during periods of Powell speaking or Trump speaking or anyone else, because you're not which is fine, right? Like you can do it. I'm not going to tell someone that you can't trade at specific times. You can. It's extremely high risk, and you can make a lot of money or you can lose a lot of money. So it's up to you. If you want to have good risk management, that's great. But like, if you're going to tilt and torch your account when like the market's doing this, like you're going to be pretty upset after. So just be careful if you are going to do it. Like I don't like to do it because I was like, oh, I'll trade FOMC. I'll trade 0DT SPX options, and just gotten like torched a million times. Like, oh, I don't do that anymore. Like I just don't do that. Like it's okay. So it seems on Forex Factory, 11 a.m. Eastern time, confirmed Trump is speaking. So be careful, guys. Oh, it's a medal ceremony. Okay. I mean, that's better. But yeah, there probably will be comments. Oh, dude, this sucks. I know that I'm a little bit tilted right now, to be honest, that I missed that initial trade. So I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm coming down quite heavily here, bro. The highs, 200 points of the highs.
What's dragging everything down right now? Broadcom, Google, Tesla's at the highs, Apple's practically at the highs, Meta's at the highs, NVIDIA's $1.50 away from the highs.
Yeah.
It's up $5 from the open, and we're rolling here. You know what I would love to see right now? This. I would like to see this. So let's open up the screener quick.
Yeah, let's get that.
By the way, guys, you have the screener feels intimidating to you, you do have the templates that we've built right over here at the top left. You click daily bias, you have it. It'll automatically load everything that you need. So your screener looks exactly like my screener. So I just want to let you guys know that. Right over here, we do have surprisingly a little bit of more of a mixed bag across the board. I'm very surprised about this so far. I think the previous day's range is really the one that's dragging it down. But so if you look, I'm going back to my what's in play here. Again, same thing with the templates. I got in my longs for the IB high. Zinc, where did you enter? Ballpark. If you're still watching, but I am interested in a scalp short, which is counter the data right now, counter trend. So this is higher risk, but again, I am slightly pissed off about missing my other longs before. The thing is, the stop here doesn't really make too much sense to me. So I would have to go with a little bit of a tighter stop, but I don't know. I think I might be better off not taking a trade today just because the trade that I wanted was this and I missed it like a complete fool.
Yeah. Yeah, ES also coming back down now, sitting right at that New York session VWAP.
Yeah. But dude, the IB by rejection, everything else, I mean,
yeah, I'm okay with sitting on my hands right now. I'm really a bit pissed off, but yeah, so Zing's got in as long as at RB high. Okay, nice. Only Chum talking, shut up on Forex Factory. Let's have a look here. Is it showing up as a medium? Must be showing up as medium impact then. Let's apply filter. Yeah, Chum speaking at, the next 24 minutes. He is. Oh, wow. Yeah, no.
yeah, I'm not super interested here. I don't know. I'm like itching to take this and I don't want to. I know that when that happens, I'm like not. I'm not going to manage it well. If I take a loss, I'm going to be even more pissed.
But also, this is also where it bounced as well earlier from where your long idea too. So this could easily just come back up towards the highs. Let's see, that screener should have updated right now. So let's just
it's updated.
Yeah. I also remember the one trade. Remember the one day where you and I tried the shorts. Very similar day like today. Maybe not as big of a gap down, but we tried the shorts and we got smoked. It ended up going higher. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago.
You know what's interesting? If you take out this first candle, this first 5 minute candle,
hasn't really done much.
We haven't really done anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you take out the first 5 minute candle, I mean, ES is a pretty decent move actually, but yeah, if you, I don't know, bro. Just trying to.
Maybe trade currency pairs.
Dude, no way.
Dude, I haven't traded that in so long. Wow.
Good. It's probably way better for you, honestly.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
Just rejecting off this 900 again, I'm curious to see how it reacts here. I'm still not in a trade, honestly. Like, I don't know if I'm going to take one today, but I'm curious to see how it does off this 900 area, because it is definitely an area of interest from the last couple of days. So that's from here to here-ish, and probably a little bit higher up, but yeah, I mean, I'm very curious how it does here. Still not in this trade.
Yeah.
If this gives me some sort of sign of weakness, I'll probably take the short, but I would need like some pretty solid confirmation, to be honest, because everything is starting to go long bias. If we look at the what's in play right now, this is the, I think that the short bias is getting more invalid, because if you look at the what's in play right now, all of the bias is pretty much long or neutral. And I think more than anything right now that this what's in play has saved me a little bit from
taking the short.
Yeah, like this, if I didn't have this to look at personally, I would have probably taken that short before. The shorts down here. And the thing that's stopping me from taking these shorts is this page that's telling me all of these things here are long bias. And I don't want to fight that, because I already know, I've already mentioned that I'm aggravated from missing my trade before, and that was a long trade before. And now this is saving me from taking unnecessary shorts and fighting that data. So it might not make you money every day, but it will definitely save you money on almost every day. Specifically this what's in play. So
it's going to close the NQ gap, yeah. Are you going to hold, Zink, are you going to hold into when Trump speaks? That could be crazy.
I think he's going for this. I think he's probably going to take profit soon.
Yeah, 914, 916.
I mean, he's probably going to take profits at like 940-ish, maybe a little bit higher. But if I know his trading, he's probably taking this at, probably taking profits like pretty soon.
There you go. Yeah, up in the 920s.
Yeah. Well, I would say overall, the trade that I missed is very disappointing for me, at least. And if you guys want a recap of that trade that I missed, just scroll back on the stream to whatever 10 a.m. was, like whenever this candle was forming, just before that. Go back and listen to the logic that I had there. But not taking another trade after that, for me, is definitely a win, because I know that when I miss a trade like that, that is immediately the sign of me tilting and then just taking stupid trades after that. So James was actually talking about this last Friday, and he was saying that the book, The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler, pretty much, I think anyone who's a trader should read only that book and not any of the other books. Personally, I think that Trading in the Zone is complete trash. I think it's like the worst book ever. I think it's like completely useless, to be honest, actually. Like Mark Douglas, whatever, legend, that book specifically was horrible in my opinion. But Trading in the Zone, not Trading in the Zone. The Mental Game of Trading by Jared
Mental
Tendler
Game, yeah.
walks you through each of your emotions and how to address them. So I think each of the chapters in the book is based on a different emotion and how to address it and what the common issues are, and then different solutions for each of them, like are identifying different things. So for me, what I found after reading that book was I always tilt when I miss exactly what happened here. If I have a trade plan and I don't execute on it, or price doesn't get quite to my entry and I miss a trade and it goes perfectly into my favor, that's exactly where, for me, I tilt. So identifying that before my tilt is over is very key.
Yeah.
So now I know as soon as I missed it, I was like, oh, now we got to be careful. Now we got to be much more reserved, because for me personally, and this obviously doesn't apply to everyone, for me personally, it does make a difference if when I miss a trade, because now I'm going to start to chase other trades to try to make up the money that I had left on the table from before.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Zinc should be out of those longs. Why I'm also...
The book that I'm talking about is The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler.
Yeah. I can get up on screen here, guys. Let me... This book here, guys. Let's go like that. There we go. This game here.
Yeah.
Book here. Yeah. There you go. That's the one, right?
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I can still see why I'm, as well, respecting that New York City. I could have probably taken along here too, but I am also cautious now with Trump speaking at 11 a.m.
No, honestly, yeah, I don't know. The longs here were solid, but
that's 700 Rand. So what's that? $30 or something like that. That's in Rand. So remember, I'm in South Africa. It's not $700. Yeah, different currency. So NQ, I'd think like a nice long there of NQ could have played out quite nicely too. Something like that, a bounce off of, for me, how I would play it, the bounce of that New York session VWAP back towards the highs. But again, it is like building kind of like a resistance here at these highs as well, André. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what we get to the rest of the day. Yes, as well.
Wow, I didn't even realize how perfectly it bounced off of the New York VWAP.
Yeah, it bounced almost to the point.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and the video's up 2% now. Tesla recovering its losses. Tesla's actually starting to take off. See, this is kind of like my best trade as well, like on Tesla, where you get a break of the opening range high, you get a pullback to that New York session VWAP, and you look to take it long. Yeah, that's up. We've got in like at 397. Yeah, but
there's
1%.
the about to break. Yep, there it is. The break of the IB high.
Yep.
So zinc is definitely.
Yeah, he's making bucks.
Yeah.
$30 minutes until Trump speaks, so.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm like really itching to take a trade right now, but
yeah, I know. Especially after missing these longs basically twice.
Yeah.
But let's see. Look how quick this is turning too, bro.
Yeah, Jeff. I mean, the trade was there. The IB buy rejection trade was there. I don't know. The long before really interfered with my trading today, honestly, missing this long. I don't know. I mean, does that happen to anyone else? If you miss a trade, you start to kind of like not do well after that? James, that doesn't happen to you.
Say again. Like,
it doesn't happen to you where if you like miss an entry, it doesn't like mess with your.
No, I used to, bro. I kind of just, I kind of just know that there's always going to be a trade around the corner. So
Yeah.
it used to mess with me quite badly, I must admit. But when you realize, when you come from like an abundance mindset, you're like, listen, there could be a trade in the next hour. You realize that you actually get over the trades that you miss. I'm going to miss many more trades on stream with you guys as well. But you're also going to see me take great entries too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Zing just trade the data. Yeah. I'm interested. I mean, what's interesting here is YM actually hasn't created a new NASDAQ created a new high, but ES did not. See that? Look how ES didn't get that new high.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of
ES is weaker for sure. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it was so much stronger earlier in the day and now it's weaker, and I'm not really sure. Tesla's really pushing. Yeah. Wow, Apple just rolled hard.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, geez. Some guys catching the longs here in my group, but I'm okay with being flat right now, I must say, André. Yeah. This may be the longs a bit frustrating, but we'll see what happens rest of the day. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, 10 minutes until Trump speaks now. I still think that like it will be difficult for me to go against this. Like this is very bullish at the moment.
Yeah. No, I mean it's so hard to do this. And again, if you look at what's in play specifically for ES and NQ right now, I mean, going short. Do I have my screen up?
There you go.
Going against the what's in play right now, it's tough. IB by weekday, 84% long bias or 84% single break on NQ, opening candle continuation, 82% on NQ, IB by weekday, ES 80%. I mean, like you can't really argue this. It's too strong to argue. If you are going to take a short, you have to understand that you're going very, very counter trend. And it has to be a scalp. Like if you're going to trade ES or NQ, you're going to use this popular template right over here. It has to be a scalp. Like you do not want to expect one of these, right? Like even something like this. Like these are very big moves, especially because the IB is so big. Like this is like a 170-point move. You do not want to expect that. If you're going to go for a trade, you have to reset your expectations because the data here is showing very bullish bias. So even here, this is the screener. This is with all the Mag 7, everything else, 71% bullish right now. If we look, everything that's either neutral or bearish is because of the previous day's range. Everything had a giant gap down pretty much. So just be careful, guys, please. I don't want you guys to force a trade. This is still the beginning of the week. You don't want to ruin your week on Monday. So
yeah, I mean, we have to see what happens now after he speaks, and then we can see if we can get some extension on the indexes. Again, I think we would rather be buying it closer to the New York session VWAP for sure.
I don't know, bro. I think if anyone took the longs, I think that you were you refer to New York VWAP. Is that different from regular VWAP? James, that's a question.
Yeah, so New York VWAP is the start of the New York session. Open VWAP, so 9:30. The regular VWAP would be maybe like the changeover of day, so from 6 p.m. Eastern time, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. So ES is weaker for sure, but you still want to be careful. If you look at the higher time frame candles, they're still pretty bullish right now. The 15-minute is starting to become a little bit more bearish, but you just got to be careful here because we could definitely roll, but it has to be a scalp. Like you can't expect like a complete reversal. It might happen,
Yeah.
but you just can't expect a complete reversal right now.
Agreed.
So
yeah. QQQ double top. Does QQQ look similar to NASDAQ, Andre?
the same. I'll pull up QQQ on the right. So if QQQ is on the right, NQ is on the left. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty much the same.
Right.
They're tracking the NASDAQ 100 index, but yeah, they're the same. It's like if you trade options, you trade QQQ options. If you're trading NQ, like it's all the same or similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know here. Looking at this roll here, I'm not so. Apple's really selling off hard right now, like a 1% move off of the highs, but nothing else is following. Does anyone know if there was a catalyst on Apple? Guys in the chat, anyone know if there was a catalyst on Apple? And you can automate two strategies simultaneously, by the way. Two edgeful algos. You can automate. You can add a bunch of accounts. You can create. The only thing you cannot do, you should reach out to our support about this just so you can get a clear answer, but you cannot automate the same ticker on two different two different strategies. So you can't do ES IB and ES orb because if they have contradicting signals, it's going to like interfere with your trade. So just reach out to our support about that. We'll walk you through exactly how that works. But it's pretty straightforward. You can have it on different accounts. That's the requirement. You have to have it on different accounts.
Yeah.
So you can trade only NQ, all the strategies in the world, but you can only they have to be in different different accounts. Now, if you have your own, by the way, guys, if you are in the algo plan and you have your own strategies that you've coded or you've found, you can automate them through the edgeful automation. You do not have to automate only the edgeful algos. You can automate any trading view strategy. So just keep that in mind. It's not only the edgeful algos that you can automate using edgeful. So you can also use edgeful as an automation platform, not just the algos, just so you guys know. So you can go and code whichever ones you want. You can use Claude Code or whatever else. You can go and code your own and automate them through edgeful as well.
Sure.
Also, we're getting a pretty strong bounce here, which is a little bit surprising, I'm not going to lie, but I don't know. I'm like really trying like not to take a trade right now because I'm like, oh, like we're rolling over now. Oh, we're going to go long. Oh, like all the data is going screaming bullish. We should just take the longs here. So IB is still there on MES. Yeah, this is the move that Zinc is talking about right over here. The IB by rejection. If you go to right over here, you can see 76% the low form first. The first break is to the high. We're going right, targeting on ES. That's 877. I have no coding experience, and I also do not use ClaudeBot. I personally think that, here's my take on ClaudeBot. I think Claudebot is a monumental waste of time for 99% of people. I think that there's, I think that Claudebot, I bought a Mac Mini and I tried it and I was like, wow, this is the ultimate distraction. I cannot even describe what a waste of time it was. If you use Claudebot and you don't have an actual use case for it, and you're just like, I hope I figure out some use for it, you probably are not going to use, like, you should just use like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever else. Like, do not use Claudebot. Like, it's, number one, a giant risk. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you just like expose all your stuff, like, the problem with with Claudebot is that the more it's only useful if you give it access to your email, to your Slack, to your whatever else, right? Like all of your personal information. But the more information you give it access to, the higher risk you're at.
Yeah.
So if you tell it, improve yourself every night, go online, figure out new skills, figure out whatever else, like improve yourself, it's going to go online. It's going to start reading a bunch of articles. It's going to start reading a bunch of documentation. And then now you don't know if someone is using like some malicious prompt, it's called prompt injection, to pretty much like hack into your computer. And if it is useful to you, you have your emails, you have everything built into it. And now that other person has all your API keys, has all your information, has everything, because you told it to go improve itself and go and like insert skills into into itself. And unfortunately, people have like malicious intentions and they want to like hack your stuff. So if you're not really experienced, I think Claudebot is not for you. I personally don't use it. I think it's a monumental waste of time, and I seriously do. I think it's an extremely powerful tool. Let's not get that twisted. It's an extremely powerful tool, but just not for most people, because I'm not a developer. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what it's doing for the most part. I don't know what the protections are. Like, most of the time it's not gonna like give you the full picture. It's gonna give you some shorter answer or whatever else. Like, I'm not personally too interested in doing that. And I think that it's more of a distraction for most people to be trying to figure out like, oh, I want my Claudebot to tell me the weather today. I want my Claudebot to go and like give me a daily brief. Like, what are you doing with a daily brief? Like, what does that even mean? So,
daily brief.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of people do it. They're on Twitter. They're like, oh, my Claudebot's like giving me a daily brief. Like, yo, you can do that with like any AI or like most softwares, you can do that. So I think Claudebot is very overhyped. It's extremely powerful, but very overhyped.
Don't tell Greg that, he'll get upset.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but be careful now, because I believe that Trump is speaking now. So please be careful, guys.
We're getting in a very tight range here, bro, I must say.
Yeah. If you look, the majority of the move was in the first 5 minutes. And then the rest of the move has been nothing. Yeah. So just be very careful of this. But we're going to wrap it up here, because
it's actually time.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. If you guys haven't taken a trade, please lock your accounts, log out of your broker. Just wait till tomorrow. You don't want to be trading when someone is speaking, especially when there's like very important like geopolitical stuff going on. So please just be careful. Try not to trade today if you're not already in a trade, but just be careful today.
Yeah. It's always good being on stream with you guys. We'll be on the rest of the week. There's always edgeful TV streams. So Zinc will be on tomorrow. I'll probably be joining him this week as well. So stay tuned for that. And then, make sure you subscribe and to the channels and put the notifications on, so you know when we go live.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
right,
both Pat, André and I, but we'll see you guys on Friday. Cheers, guys.